Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney, and today I'd like to talk to you about what I consider to be winning strategies in shoulder injury claims with Social Security disability. And obviously, with shoulder injuries at a minimum, what that means is you're going to have difficulty with overhead reaching, using your shoulder for pushing, pulling. Anything with the arms is typically going to impact the shoulder. But again, for Social Security purposes and employment, most of the time if there's a shoulder injury, at a minimum, you can make an argument that jobs requiring overhead reaching, lifting over chest level, use of any significant use of the arms, lifting, carrying, things like that, or anything you need where you've got to you support yourself with your arms, it's going to eliminate those categories of jobs. Now, that may not be enough to win disability, because there are plenty of jobs that you don't need to lift over shoulder level or lift things or use your arms very much. You could have a simple sit-down job where you are sitting at a table, you're putting ink pens in a box, and you're not really using your shoulder. But shoulder injuries can also be very, very painful, because even a small amount of movement in your arms can cause, obviously, it can cause movement in the shoulders as well, and it can be very, very painful. And pain can be, they call it a non-exertional impairment, but that can be the basis for an approval by Social Security. So if you can go to Social Security, go to a hearing, and you can say, show the judge evidence that you cannot do any type of job that requires lifting, carrying, overhead reaching, pushing, pulling. That's going to eliminate most jobs that have any sort of physical requirements, certainly working around hazardous equipment or unprotected heights, or even climbing ladders, ropes, and scaffolds because you need to use your arms. It's going to eliminate entire categories of jobs. So now we get back to, could you do a simple sit-down type of job? And if you can show that you have a level of pain in your shoulder caused by even a minor movement or just minor rotation of the shoulder, and you've got doctor support behind it and you're taking pain medications, you could make a compelling argument that the level of pain is so severe that it causes problems with attention and concentration, focus, memory, behaving in an emotionally stable manner because you have anger control issues or so much pain, that sort of thing. So a lot of times what I look for with shoulder injury cases is my client on narcotic pain medication? Does my client have problems sleeping? Because again, when you're sleeping and you don't necessarily know what you're doing, you're rolling over in your shoulder and it wakes you up, you have non-restorative sleep. So you have all these things going on. So even if you don't use your shoulder for a particular type of job, the residual effects, you could have, again, any type of movement of the shoulder, rotation of the shoulder could cause significant pain. If you're on narcotic pain medications, that can cause severe constipation. That's also a work limitation. So while shoulder injuries alone are not going to be quite as strong as, let's say, a lower back case, because you really can't sit or stand much with a badly damaged lower back, you can do some of those things with problems in the shoulder. But what we have to look for is we have to look beyond just the shoulder part and the limitations arising from shoulder injuries, and look for, again, medication side effects, or look for sensitivity to any sort of movement at all. Let's say you're putting ink pens in a box and you're moving your hand to and fro. That can be a problem if you have a bad shoulder injury. And again, it's even just doing daily activities, brushing your teeth, combing your hair. If that's a problem, that's going to suggest a level of pain that would make it very difficult for you to work. Because remember, in a disability case, we've got to argue that you do not have the capacity for even a simple entry-level type of work. And that can be shown both by actual physical limitations, or what they call exertional limitations, or it can be shown by pain, a non-exertional limitation, or a combination of both. So that's what I look for, is typically a combination of both. It needs to be backed up by some sort of objective test. Ideally, that would be an MRI or a CT scan to show that there is structural damage in the shoulder, such that it might require surgery. And again, that brings in a whole other issue. If there's surgery, by the way, you don't have to have surgery. You can say, I'm concerned about the cost of it or the side effects of it. But if you're a surgical candidate, that suggests a severe level of damage in the shoulder. Again, that makes your case that much stronger. So these are the things I look for. You're a surgical candidate. Do you have objective signs in the shoulder with an MRI or a CT scan? Does your doctor support you in terms of medicating you for pain? Have you tried physical therapy or some of the epidural type of shots to relieve the pain, and that's not working? Are you having side effects from the pain medication? All these things, when you put them all together, you can make a pretty compelling argument that you would not be a reliable employee because of all the issues arising from your shoulder. And of course, if you have some other medical issue, you're diabetic or you've got some sort of a heart problem, and you add the limitations from those problems onto your case where you've got shoulder issues, that's also a way to argue for disability, partially dependent on shoulder issues there. So it is not a slam dunk by any means, but it can be a part of a compelling argument for disability if you have the right evidence. And that's really what disability cases are all about now, is having the right evidence and having support from a doctor and treatment that is reflective of the nature of your injury. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, like it on Facebook, subscribe to our channel. We have a very robust YouTube channel and a very active Facebook page. Leave me a comment. I love the comments, and I try to respond to every one of them. And sometimes it brings me some ideas for some new videos, which is great as well. If you've not already done so, go to my website. It's ssdanswers.com, and you can subscribe there, or you can download. I have a document there, a report called Secrets to Winning Social Security Disability, a Survival Kit. You can download that, and I think you'll find a lot of good information there as well. Because again, if you can win disability, that's what this is all about. I mean, it's there for deserving claimants, and if you're a deserving claimant, I want you to win, and anything I can do to help, happy to do so. And reach out to me personally if you like as well. So this is Jonathan Ginsberg, wishing you the best. Take care. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the Survival Kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.